Welcome back, my Conrad warriors. Forget the crown, forget the throne. This legend didn't need a title to shake an empire. On this video, you will recognize who is William Wallace. You will know what his achievements and beliefs were. You will learn his best quotes that gave him strength and what he went through to succeed in life. Today, we're diving into the world of quotes of William Wallace. We'll break down the definition of a quote, use Wallace words as an example, and then give you the solution on each quote that works in your daily lives. By the end of this video, you will gain knowledge, and you will learn more about challenges in life and how you overcome them. Hit that like button and sharpen your mind. But first, let's discover who William Wallace really was. William Wallace was a Scottish knight and one of the most famous freedom fighters in Scottish history. He played a major role in the wars of Scottish independence against England in the late 13th century. Wallace became a heroic symbol of resistance after leading a rebellion against King Edward I of England. Though he had limited resources, he won key battles using brilliant tactics. After his victory at Stirling Bridge, he was named Guardian of Scotland. Eventually captured, he was brutally executed by the English, but he became a martyr and a national legend. William Wallace's legacy lives on as a symbol of freedom and courage, especially in Scottish culture. The iconic cry from Braveheart, "They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom," reflects the enduring spirit of his story, even if it was dramatized for film. Let's now take a look at his top 12 quotes. Every man dies, but not every man truly lives. The quote speaks to the idea that merely existing is not the same as truly living. It suggests that many people go through life without ever really experiencing all that life has to offer. While everyone eventually dies, not everyone takes advantage of the time they have to explore the world, pursue their dreams, and find true happiness. Dying is inevitable, but truly living, with purpose, courage, and passion, is a choice. A reminder to live fully and authentically. It encourages people to chase meaning, not just survive. The quote also touches on the theme of mortality and the inevitability of death. It acknowledges the fact that death is an unavoidable part of life, but it also challenges us to consider what we do with the time we have before we reach the end of our journey. The implication is that we should strive to live life to the fullest and make the most of our time on Earth. You always wanted to start your own bakery, but you're stuck in a comfortable office job you hate. You're scared to quit, worried about money, failure, and what people might say. If you do nothing, you'll stay safe, but unhappy, living a life that feels empty. So you should plan smartly. Start baking at night or weekends while still working at your job. Save money. Build a financial cushion to reduce the risk. Take small steps, open an online store first before committing to a full bakery. Face the fear. Accept that fear will always exist, but don't let it paralyze you. Finally, take the leap. Open your bakery when ready, knowing you chose to truly live your dream rather than stay safe in regret. All men die, but not all men really live. Lesson: you could have stayed comfortable and unfulfilled, but by daring to follow your passion, you truly lived, even if it was risky. That's what we call true living. Take risks, but calculated. Strive for more, be ambitious, and don't let fear pull you down. Remember, there is no such thing as failure. Everything is a learning experience. Life is short, and if you don't take steps today to pursue your dreams, then you never will do it. You will always be procrastinating, and this type of behavior and attitude will take you no further forward. You need to come out of your comfort zone to grow. Expanding yourself is how you will reach your true heights. Remember, you don't need to have all the answers. That's what life's journey is all about. To learn as you go. Men don't follow titles, they follow courage. This means that true leadership isn't about having a fancy title, position, or rank. It's about showing real courage, strength, and integrity. People will not follow you simply because you have power, wealth, or authority. They are inspired when they see bravery, honesty, and action. You work at a company where the official manager is distant and rarely supports the team, but there's a junior employee who steps up in tough situations, takes responsibility, speaks up for fairness, and helps the team grow. When people face challenges, they go to the brave junior employee for advice and help, not the manager. He becomes the real leader because of his courage, not his position. True leadership comes from the heart. People are inspired by bravery, sacrifice, and character, not by a title printed on paper. So, you are an owner of a small business. Don't just dictate orders. Jump on the floor and lead by example. Show your team that no job is too small. Fight with your team on the battlefield and show them how it is done. If you lead your team to victory, they will always respect you and remember you. But most importantly, they will stay loyal to you because they admire your courage to be fearless. Courage earns loyalty. Titles alone do not. This means people choose to follow and stay loyal to those who show real bravery and strength, not just to someone who has a high position or a fancy title. A title without action means nothing. Courageous actions like standing up for others, facing fear, or leading in hard times win true respect and loyalty. You're just an ordinary team member, and there's a project deadline crisis. The manager panics and gives no clear guidance. Instead of hiding, you take initiative. You organize a quick meeting, assign tasks based on each teammate's strength, stay calm and positive under pressure. Your team finishes the project successfully. Your colleagues start trusting you as a leader. Later, you are recommended for a promotion, not because of a title, but because of your courage to lead under pressure. Don't wait for permission. When you see something needs to be done, take responsibility. Stay calm and courageous when others panic. Support your team. Good leaders lift others up. People remember courage, fairness, and action, not titles. Be brave when it matters. Or you are a small business owner and currently riding through a recession. As a leader, you need to look at new, innovative ways to push your business forward. You need to stay motivated and positive and push your team through it. Because it's easy to throw in the towel, but true leadership comes from being fearless when faced with tough battles. Remember, the storm will pass and brighter days will come, and you want to be standing strong next to your team when this happens. This, my Conrad warriors, they will remember for life. Truth is truth, even when told by a liar. Truth stands on its own. Who says it doesn't change its reality? It reminds us to focus on facts, not just the speaker. Teaches critical thinking and discernment. Truth does not change based on who says it. Even if a dishonest person speaks, a true fact remains true. We shouldn't judge the truthfulness of a statement only by the character of the speaker. We should check the truth itself. You work with someone who loves gossip and spreads drama around the office. One afternoon, they tell you, "Just so you know, management is changing the remote work policy. We'll have to come into the office 3 days a week starting next month." First thought, they're probably just trying to scare people again, like they always do. Applying truth is truth, even when told by a liar. Even though the coworker is known for exaggeration, the change about remote work could still be true. Instead of reacting emotionally, stay calm, check official communication, like emails from HR, internal memos, or announcements from your manager. If the change is true, adjust your schedule early to avoid last-minute stress. At work, don't kill the message because of the messenger. Verify first, then make smart moves based on facts. Remember, always look to receive the message clearly and don't look at who's giving you the message. Then use your own resources to verify what they have said is correct. Don't react and automatically assume they are lying. I fight not for glory, not for honor, but for freedom. Wallace's motivation wasn't fame, it was liberating his people. A message of pure intent and righteous struggle inspires those fighting for justice or a cause bigger than themselves. Your reason for fighting should not be for praise, glory, or for recognition. You fight because you believe in what you are fighting for will move you upwards and progress you in life. You should fight for a real, deep cause, not for how others see you. Remember, true success grows in silence, and you don't need applause or recognition. Just like an oak tree grows in silence, so should you. And one day, you will bear fruit and stand tall and strong. And no matter what storm comes your way, you will be able to weather it because you have built strong roots and foundation. Whereas if you shout about your success, you can easily be teared down and destroyed. Remember, your success is your own, and no one else will be happy for you. So you don't need to share it. Have the power and strength to retain the success within you and discipline yourself for the next battle to come. Remain silent and share your success with actions, not words. Fight and you may die, run and you'll live, at least a while. Avoiding battle may give temporary safety, but you lose your honor and freedom. Fight and you may die, run and you'll live, at least a while. If you choose to fight for what's right, you risk real danger and you might fail, suffer, or even lose everything. But if you choose to run away and avoid the battle, you survive for now, but you'll eventually lose your freedom, your dreams, or your self-respect. At work, you see your teammate being treated unfairly. You know if you speak up, you might get in trouble. If you stay quiet, you'll keep your job, but live with guilt. Run and live at least a while. Weigh the cost. Speak up smartly. Gather proof. Involve HR carefully. Protect yourself while still standing for justice. You want to start your own business. If you try, you risk failure. Fight and you may die financial or emotional risk. If you stay in your safe job, you survive. Run and live a while, but may never be truly happy or fulfilled. Take calculated risks. Build savings. Plan a smart exit. Start small. Fight smart, not recklessly. You're financially struggling, and the envelopes are piling up in the mail, and you are scared to open them. You must fight. Take each envelope one by one and talk to the supplier and make affordable arrangements to pay back. Don't run and hide, because if you don't tackle it today, then you will have to tackle it later down the road. How long can you keep running for? Face your challenges head on. Don't let fear hold you back, because fear is a destructive poison. If you don't face it today, then you will have to face it again in the near future. Embrace fear with your sword and shield held high. Remember, fear is just thoughts in your head. A good way to conquer fear is solitude and to overpower those thoughts through meditation with positive thoughts. Meditation helps you to think positively to give you the power to overcome any battles of where you feel doubt. We all end up dead. It's just a question of how and why. Death is certain for everyone. No one escapes it. The real difference is how we live our lives and why we choose to face risks, challenges, or battles before we die. You can die living a meaningful, courageous life, or you can die having played it safe and small. Death is guaranteed. The meaning you give your life is optional. You dream of being a writer, but it's risky. You know one day you'll die anyway, so you choose to write, to chase your dream even if you fail. Focus on living boldly now. Follow your dreams. Take risks, because playing it safe doesn't stop death. It just empties life. You see someone being bullied or treated unfairly. You know standing up might bring problems for you, but you choose to act because you believe it's right. Live by values, not by fear. When the end comes, you'll know why you lived the way you did. I once asked a man on this deathbed what he would have done differently. He said, I would have loved a little more, traveled the world further, enjoyed the present moments, and finally not stopped for the small battles that led nowhere. But it's a little too late for me now. Freedom is best, I tell thee true, of all things to be won. Freedom is the greatest victory you can achieve in life. When you chase success, money, fame, the truest and most important thing to win is your freedom. Of all things you can win, winning freedom is the most valuable. You are in a relationship where the other person wants to control your choices, what you wear, who you talk to, how you spend your time. At first you stay because you thought, maybe this is normal, maybe this is love. But over time you realize you are not free and you are living to please someone else. Lesson: freedom is the foundation of real love, real friendships, real life. Losing your freedom for anyone or anything is too high a price. Now this quote can be brought into another text that allows your mind to be free. Obtaining freedom from the mind and its desires is a powerful thing, and many martial artists, warriors, and saints have tried to convey the message to the world over centuries. You see, your mind is currently a slave to its senses of greed, lust, attachment, anger, and pride. You need to work towards getting freedom from these desires. The only way to practice this is by way of solitude, meditation, and work towards silencing the mind. This is where you become truly free. And this is what you need to work towards. Everyone dies, but not everyone lives. The quote by William Wallace, "Every man dies, not every man really lives," holds a profound meaning and importance in exploring the essence of human existence. At first glance, it is a compelling reminder of the inevitability of death and urges individuals to embrace life fully. However, when delving deeper, an unexpected philosophical concept emerges, contrasting the mere act of living with the essence of truly experiencing life. You dream of singing, but you're afraid people will laugh, so you stay silent for years. Accept fear as normal, but still take the stage. Sing badly, sing nervously, but sing anyway. Living means doing what makes you feel alive, not what feels safe. You believe in fairness, but you stay silent when someone is bullied because you don't want trouble. Living fully means standing up, even if it's scary. It's better to be remembered as someone who stood for something than someone who disappeared into the crowd. True living means living in the present and enjoying the moment. Often, we are either living in the past or we are living in the future. Being present means you have arrived and you are living in the now. This is what true living means, and you will feel and enjoy every moment. Now remember, if you are going through some tough times, always remember time never stands still, and over time, with a little effort, this period will pass and soon be over. For instance, can you recall of a problem you had 2 or 3 years ago? And you soon overcame it and got through to the other side. Same with the situation you are in now. Time will pass and you will resolve all your problems. It's just a matter of time. Stay disciplined and true to your values, and don't break or antagonize your character. I have been given nothing. God makes men what they are. Sometimes life gives you no advantages, no riches, no special help, no easy path. But it's not about what you are given. It's about what you become through your inner strength, your faith, and your decisions. God shapes men not by handing them gifts, but by giving them challenges that forge your true character. You may start with nothing, but with courage and faith, you can become everything. When you were younger, you had no connections, no money, and no special skills. You couldn't afford expensive classes. You didn't have mentors guiding you. Sometimes you even doubted if you could succeed at all. It felt like you had been given nothing. You could have said, "Life is unfair," and given up. But you realized something important. If God gives you nothing easy, it means He's giving you a chance to become strong. So you decided to work twice as hard as people who had advantages, believe that even if your struggles were part of your story, build skills little by little, even when no one saw your efforts. Over time, you became stronger, smarter, and more independent. You found opportunities because you had made yourself ready, and you built a life that was truly yours, not handed to you by luck. So, when you are faced with challenges, don't bury your head in the sand. Embrace and tackle the challenge head on. Find solutions and consult people who can help and advise. Remember, these are the challenges that will make you stronger and develop you into the perfect diamond. Embrace the battle like a true warrior and thank God for the obstacle He has put your way. Find the power and energy to take this head on and face it with true conviction. I cannot be a traitor since I never swore fealty to the English king. You can't betray someone or something you were never truly loyal to. If you never made a promise of loyalty, you are not a traitor for refusing to obey them. This is often about freedom, honor, and truthfulness. Staying loyal only to what you truly believe in, not what others try to force on you. At your old job, your boss once asked you to change some numbers in a report to make things look better for your department. You knew it was wrong. You had promised to work honestly, not to protect lies. When you refused, your boss said, "You're not loyal to the team." But you thought, you never swore loyalty to dishonesty. You swore loyalty to doing your job right. Later, management found out about the fake numbers, and you were respected for keeping your integrity. You are loyal when you protect what's right, not when you obey what's wrong. Remember, no one can accuse you if you are not their subject. Don't feel you need to do any actions to be liked by everyone, or that you need to be kind to everyone you come across. You do what you feel is right for you, and your character and integrity. Don't feel you are obligated to do anything for anyone. You don't owe anyone your time or energy. And just because someone asks doesn't mean you have to say yes. Learn to say no. It's powerful, and it protects you. You are not responsible for everyone's happiness, so don't give your peace away to anyone. Don't feel pressured to do anything for anyone, and put yourself first. Remember, you owe loyalty to yourself and fight you for what you want in life. You are allowed to set boundaries without guilt. It's not selfish to take care of yourself first. I have brought you to the revel. Now dance if you can. This quote means you've asked for a challenge or opportunity. Now face it. It carried a tone of test, of confrontation, like, you wanted this, now prove you're ready. The revel is where things happen, and you must now act, perform, or survive. It's a call to take responsibility for your own outcome after being placed in the spotlight. You are being promoted to team leader after asking for more responsibility. A tough project begins. You asked for leadership. Now lead. You've brought you to the revel. Now dance if you can. So, an employee must now manage deadlines, resolve conflicts, and deliver results. This is your chance to rise or fall by your own leadership. Life will bring you to the moment, but you must act when it counts. Being ready means not just wishing for the opportunity, but rising when it arrives. Remember, my Conrad warriors, arriving onto the battlefield is easy, but fighting to survive through it is even harder. For example, you think of an idea to set up a new business. Finally, you have done it. You have the office, website, tools, system ready to go. But now the hard work begins, and you must now work hard to push sales and drive forward your business in this competitive market. The hard work begins now, and you must stay strong as a warrior and obtain your victory. In business, you must set milestones you want to achieve, so you know when you have won. These small victories, monthly or quarterly, will help you move to the big wins. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more content.